What's good, Kings? It's your brother, Bravery. Man, I'm pretty bummed out right now, dude. Uh, I got fired from my job, and if you saw my video on titled like "Be careful who you trust," this relates to that. And this video is gonna be a pretty, it's just gonna be another rant, I guess. So if you don't have the time for that, then you you should just skip over this. But the reason why I didn't want to go into details about the story at that time was because I didn't want to, potentially lose my job or like make that organization look bad because I'm still working for them. But I figured I would just tell you some more details now. But so how I even found the job, and this sucks because I thought that this, like, I was finally catching a break. I thought that this was like a one of my, like, a financial blessing from retaining for so long, because the pay was pretty decent, and I quit my old job, which I kind of liked. Like, my boss at the time, she was like a really cool supervisor, and with this new job, like, a recruiter found me, and it was like a school district hired that agency to find people to work for them. So I was working for the school district, right? And the snake that I mentioned in the video, he he just was like really friendly and tried to, like, he made it seem like he was trying to be my friend. He was like calling me like intelligent and like trying to gas me up or like compliment me. And he even told me that this was like a safe space to, like, this is a school, we can, like, or you can, like, challenge my way of thinking. So I just said my opinion because um, he works in like a special ed class, because my old job I was working with kids with autism, but with this school stuff I was working either in a special ed class or helping, or just like I was, yeah, either in a special ed class or I was working with a student one on one, either during class or during lunch. And but this guy, he has a whole classroom to himself, and he's also a contractor like me. So he was also like, um, criticizing the school for how they're running it, for their lack of organization, and it's just like a complete shit show, man. So he made it seem like it was okay for me to just talk to him like like he was a friend. Anyway, so in his um, in his sixth period class, my client had gone home early for the day, so I asked them if I could come in to, like, uh, help him out, because I still wanted to get paid, because I was promised to work 30 hours, right? And I guess he took that the wrong way, and he told my coordinator or my supervisor that what I said. He made it sound like, oh, I'm trying to come in here for an hour to, like, kill some time because I'm trying to get paid. And another thing that happened was, so the special ed kids that would come in, he was handing them, like, sodas, like Coca Colas, and I told him, like, I don't think sugar is good for the kids because, like, my dad is like pre-diabetic, like he's on the verge of having diabetes. So I told him that I didn't think that was good for the kids, because he told me to voice my opinions and, like, challenge his thoughts, but he went on like a power trip saying, or we were starting to debate, right? And he welcomed my opinion, and then I said that, like, America has like an obesity problem. And then he went on a power trip saying, like, oh, you're only criticizing America because we're in the spotlight. And then he just went on a power trip and told my coordinator that I was being, like, unprofessional with my words and stuff. and they just weren't. My coordinator just wasn't willing to like hear my side of the story, and she's. But the funny thing is, when the coordinator wanted to speak with me, like the following week, and I had never met this coordinator before. She told me that somebody said had like reported that I said something very unprofessional, and she wasn't even willing to tell me who said it nor what I said, because she wanted to like keep it confidential or something. But it just made no sense, because it's like, how could I improve on what I'm saying or what I did wrong if you don't even tell me what I did wrong, right? So I had to like pry the information out of her. And then when my recruiter called me this morning telling me that I'm getting terminated in 3 weeks, the school district, when they talked to him, he asked like what was the reasoning, and they wouldn't even tell him the reasoning. But basically, that snake, he just pretended like he was my friend and being all friendly and stuff, asking me questions about like my life and stuff, and even before I voiced my opinion about the sodas and like the obesity and sugar being like very addictive and not good for children, because these kids are like in 6th grade, or they're in middle school, I even told them, I said, yeah, I want to voice my opinion, but I don't want to lose my job. And the dude was like, oh, it's okay to voice your opinion because we're in a school. And he just made it seem like he welcomed my opinion and that it was okay to voice it. And I even told him that I didn't want to lose my job, and yet as soon as I turned my back, he goes and tells my higher ups what I said, and it's just like super ironic, man, and it's just like really fucked up. So the moral of the story is just be careful who you voice your opinion to, who even tries to like befriend you and be friendly with you, because like I said already, just because someone's being friendly doesn't mean they're your friend. And even if you think they're your friend now, like, just be careful, man. I see so many fake friends out there talking shit about each other behind their backs and stuff. It's crazy, dude. So I think it would just, and I don't want people to be paranoid or like scared of making friends, but I just think it would be very wise to be very careful about what information you share. Be careful about the words you choose, especially if you're in a professional setting. Be careful who you befriend, because your friends have influence over you, and they say that you are the average of the 5 people that you spend your time with. And me growing up, the people that I chose to befriend, like, none of them are my friends now, especially from like before SR, or like in high school and college, or especially college. I was smoking weed and stuff, so the people I was befriending, they were all smoking weed, and they were just bad influences. So if you're young right now and you're like 18 to 25, or just be very careful about who you think is your friend, and try to be friends with people that will help you elevate and grow into your best version of yourself. So sorry for ranting, but I just, it's a bummer, man, because I thought I was finally catching a break, but it's just like another hurdle, and I just have to believe that life is not happening to me; it's happening for me. And if this environment is not what God wants me to be in, and just to like have faith and trust that I'm going to find something better, and that I just have to bounce back from this. So just to summarize it, be careful who you trust, be careful who you befriend, be careful with your word choice, and I hope you guys stay blessed and experience this divine love that is always around us. Peace.